All right, in this first section, we're going to talk about exponents. And so a quick review of exponents in general. If you have an expression x to the 7th, the x is called the base. That's the terminology that we use. And the 7, which is a superscript, it means it's written above the line, is called the exponent. And x to the 7th means x times x times x times x times x times x times x. So there are 7 factors multiplying together, 7 identical factors. So just like multiplication means repeated addition, exponentiation means repeated multiplication. So to evaluate 3 squared, that is simply 3 times 3, or 9. 5 to the 3rd is 5 times 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Times 5 is 125. 2 to the 5th is 5 factors of 2 multiplied together. So we've got 4 times 4 is 16, times 2 is 32. Negative 7 squared. Now, for this set here, you have to pay attention to what's immediately to the left of the exponent. The squared applies to the entire parentheses here, so that means that we're multiplying negative 7 times negative 7, and a negative times a negative is a positive. For negative 3 cubed, that's negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3, which is positive 9 times negative 3 is negative 27. Negative 2 to the 4th is negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. That's going to be positive 4 times positive 4 is 16. All right, now paying attention to what the exponent is applying to. For g, the exponent is applying to the 10 only. So we have this negative sign sitting out here, and then 10 times 10. So that's going to be negative 10 times 10 is negative 100. Negative 3 cubed, that's the negative sign, times 3 times 3 times 3. So that's going to give us negative 27. All right, pause the video and try the ones below on your own. And let's start with A. For A, you should have gotten the result of 81. All right, now pause the video and try B. For B, the result should be positive 64. Now pause the video and try C. The result for C is negative 64. Remember, that exponent applies to the 8 only, so the negative's just sitting in front until that multiplication happens. All right, now let's investigate exponents beyond just positive exponents. So let's take some powers of 3, for instance. 3 raised to the 4th power is 81. I believe we did that earlier. And then 3 raised to the 3rd is 27. 3 squared is 9. 3 to the 1st power is just one single factor of 3. And so you can see that in order to continue going up, if I wanted to get 3 to the 5th, I just take that 81 and multiply it by another 3. Similarly, if we're going down the list, we're going to accomplish that by dividing by 3. 81 divided by 3 is 27. Divided by 3 is 9. Divided by 3 is 3. And so divide by 3 once again, and you'll get 1, 1/3, 1/9, and 1/27. Notice that 3 raised to the negative 3rd power is the reciprocal of 3 raised to the positive 3rd power. Let's try this with 10 raised to the 4th power. 10 raised to the 4th power is 10,000. 1,000 is 10 cubed. 100 is 10 squared. 10 to the 1st is 10. And so this will be a divide by 10 pattern if we want to continue to go down the list. So dividing by 10, we get 1, 1/10, 1 100th, and 1 1,000th. Again, notice that 10 to the 3rd power and 10 to the negative 3rd power are reciprocals of one another. Some other observations. Whenever you take a number and you raise it to the 0 power, that's always going to be 1, as long as that number isn't 0. And then if you take a raised to the negative n power, that's 1 over a raised to the positive n power. All right, so let's take a look at example 3. 2 raised to the negative 4th power, that's just going to be 1 over 2 raised to the 4th power, so that'll be 1 over 16. 5 raised to the 0 power, anything to the 0 power is going to give us 1. 4 raised to the negative 3rd power is 1 over 4 raised to the positive 3rd. So that's 1 over 4 times 4 is 16 times 4 is 64. So 1/64. All right, and now try A below on your own and pause the video while you do this. Okay, you should have gotten 1. Remember, anything to the 0 power is 1. Now try B and pause the video. So this is 1 over 3 to the 3rd power. And remember, 3 to the 3rd power is not 9. 3 times 3 is 9, but 3 to the 3rd power means 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. All right, pause the video now and try C. And for this one, you should have gotten 1/81st. Now you can try the first several exercises in this section.